These are my tips for buying a car in New Zealand.
Hi, I'm Nico from Germany. In the past year I traveled New Zealand, Australia and Thailand, and I instantly liked traveling so much. That's why I share my experiences, tips and recommendations in short and helpful tutorials with you here on Travel Tips.
To buy the car is one thing, but the thing that comes before is to find an offer and do some test rides. And yeah, you have many possibilities to find offers when you arrive in New Zealand for used backpacker cars. I prefer the car fair markets because we bought our car on a car fair market. Actually, we went to the wrong car market because in Auckland there's one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and we went on Saturday to the one which takes place on Sunday, and there was no market at all. We were a little disappointed, but we got our car and we were okay with our car, so it was in the end a good day. But if you go to the market, you have a possibility to have a look at the car, to talk to the owner, and that's really good because you also can do some test rides and get a feeling for the car. Another possibility is to have a look at Facebook groups and look for offers, because there are many offers of backpackers which previously owned the car. So Facebook is a good choice, but also just go through the streets and you will see many cars parked on the side with signs in it that they are available for buying, and you can just call the numbers in the window screens and get offers this way. Okay, now you found the car. That's really good, but you have to buy it, and you should know some prices before you buy the car. Usually the prices depend on season. In the high season where you will probably arrive, the high season for cars around September to December, the cars are really expensive, around 1,000 New Zealand dollar to 3,000 or even 6,000. We paid 6,250 New Zealand dollars for our car, but it was self-contained and we shared the price in 3 parts because we were 3 people buying the car, and it was okay, the price, but a little too high when I look back and consider what we spent on our car. You should spend around 2,000, and if you're in a group you can spend a little more, because when you spend just 500 and there are offers for 500, in most cases you will have bad luck with your car. It will break and you have to pay high repair costs, and it's not worth the stress. So just invest a little more if you can. If it's within your budget, it's okay to invest a little more. Cars get usually really cheap in beginning of autumn and winter time in New Zealand. So in June, July, August, cars are really cheap and hard to sell. We had to sell our car in July and it was not easy, and we had to bring it to a car dealer. You should also consider from whom you will be buying the car. So you can buy it from backpackers, but you can also buy it from car dealers. I personally prefer backpackers because they have experience in traveling with the car. So you can ask them questions how the car made out when traveling on the South Island, for example, if they had any problems or if they had any difficulties with the car. In most cases they will tell you, and you can negotiate better with backpackers because they are not experienced in negotiating, and they often have their flight back really close to the date where they're selling their car, so they have to sell it, and that's good for the price, good for you, because the price will drop when they have to leave the country, because otherwise they will not sell the car. Car dealers are a little more experienced, and sometimes they offer you a money back guarantee, so they buy the car back from you. Could be a good idea, but you will lose a lot of money, but it's good to have the security that someone will buy the car from you back when you are finished traveling in New Zealand. That's a really good thing, but you will not get the price. You often get half the price you paid at the beginning, so it's a lot of money that you will lose. You can also rent a car, but that just makes sense for shorter time, for around 8 weeks or so. So if you're staying longer than 8 weeks, it will be not a good idea to rent a car, because it usually gets really expensive. So here are some things you should consider when buying a car. You should consider if the WOF, the Warrant of Fitness, is still is not expired. That's really important, but it will not expire in the near future. The Warrant of Fitness is usually around for half a year for older cars, so 1 year. I'm not really sure, but for 1 year for newer cars, and it can cost a lot of money, because you have to go to a mechanic and make the WOF check, and if something is wrong with your car, you will pay the repair costs and the costs for the Warrant of Fitness check. And yeah, it is better when it's not expired and not expiring in the near future. And when you are selling a car, it's common to make the Warrant of Fitness just shortly before. If you are unsure about buying from a car dealer, and I can understand it, because a car dealer sometimes use tricks or scams. They use color for the tires, the black color for the tires, so that they look newer. They try to hide the rust, and don't buy anything suspicious from car dealers. It usually can happen that car dealers are trying to scam you, and so better be careful and don't buy anything suspicious. A good way to avoid it is to ask for an AA vehicle safety check before buying the car. And if they say no, we don't want to have the vehicle safety check, you can be sure that there is a problem with the car. You better don't want to know about it, so don't buy the car. And if they say, no problem, vehicle check, safety check is okay, when you can be sure that the car is okay, we are also satisfied with the car, so you can be a little safer, and you don't actually have to do the test, because it costs money. But if you're an AA member, you have 2 free tests included. It's a good possibility to check the car before you buy it. It's always good. So hopefully you will negotiate the price and not take the first offer, because you can save a lot of money when you're negotiating a little bit, and you definitely have the possibility to negotiate. So just do it to save some money when you're buying your car in New Zealand. So these were my tips for buying a car in New Zealand. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope they will help them. If you need more tips for preparing your work and travel adventure in New Zealand, just have a look at the Work and Travel playlist here on Travel Tips, linked right now in the end card or on the card in the upper right corner. So thank you for watching. Good luck with buying a car in New Zealand.